name is Matt Nuzzo, and we're here at the Real flagship store testing the new 2010 Liquid Force Havoc. For 2010, the Liquid Force Havoc has had a 100% remodel. This kite is completely different than last year. The only thing that's the same is the bar end. We're going to go over the bar later. First, I'm going to start with the kite. My first impression of the 2010 Havoc, best kite of the year. I've tested almost every kite on the market this year. Been waiting for the 2010 Havoc, and they saved the best for last. I had my first session on the 10 meter down on the south side, side off wave conditions. It was pretty gusty, huge wind range, 15 to I'd say 25. Small waves, waist to chest high area, but this kite performed flawlessly. There's guys that are riding 9s, 12s, kind of changing kites like crazy. I put up the 10, rode it the entire session. Had no problem going upwind. When I was underpowered, I could pump the kite, generate some wind. On the wave, it just, the kite down looped really easily, turned and had really consistent power through the wind. Because I was in side-off conditions, it was really quite gusty. No problems, this kite just ate it for dinner. For 2010, the Havoc still has the bomber construction. The canopy material, they've used that really heavy-duty, high crisp, level 4 Cajun material. Trailing edge has full Dacron reinforcements, come all the way around to a fully reinforced wingtip, and reinforced all along the leading edge. The diamond wingtip of the Liquid Force Havoc still stayed in line. They've done a couple remods with adding another strip of material to keep it really durable and really strong. They also have a similar pulley system on their bridle, pulleys on the wingtip. They've set it up so that you have decreased bar pressure but still have a direct feel of this kite. On the attachment points, they've trimmed it down to make it really easy for you. Kook-proof knot system where it's a loop on the leading edge, knot on the trailing edge. And on the trailing edge, they have two different setups. There's only two knots for the trailing edge. You've got your light wind setup and you've got your standard setup. Works perfect, really easy for beginner to advanced riders. Liquid Force is stuck with the Union inflation system. It allows for really easy inflate and deflate. They have their dump valve and then a one-way valve. Again, makes it really easy. 2010 bag, they've made a couple changes, increased the zipper size so it's easier to get the kite in and out of the bag. And they've added a pouch so you can put the bar with Velcro attachment on the side really easily. 2010 Havoc bar, good quality bar. I'm going to show you some of the features. Alright, so let's look at the 2010 bar. This bar, starting right at the actual bar, they've got a brand new grip on it. It's really soft and still easy to read. A lot of red on the left, a lot of white on the right side. If you flip it over, it says backwards. It's kind of a nice feature for people that are just learning. They've changed the centerpiece where the line goes through the bar so that it allows you to have the chicken loop assembly slide in there and be fixed so that when you're unhooked, you have the chicken loop straight. And then also they've changed it, opened it up a little bit on this end so if you pull the stopper down, it doesn't get jammed in the bar. They've added a much larger float on this year's bar, and this just allows for beginners, if you drop the bar, that it's going to stay floating, and as well, if you're pulling to relaunch the kite, you've got a larger float to grab on. On the sides, you have the safety system release on each side if you need those. Most people are going to be using their centerline safety system, which comes down off of one of the center lines, through the stopper ball, and right down to below your bar. This is a really nice feature. This is going to allow you to have a spinning leash system, not get your leash tangled up, but give you 100% flagging depower right from below the bar. For those riders that don't want this, it takes about 2 seconds, and this thing will pop right off, and you can remove it from the bar completely. The chicken loop assembly has been completely redesigned for this year. This one's called the CPR system, center push release. So this system here works really nicely. They've done a lot of changes based off of things that they found were not working in the past. Most notably is that the chicken loop line is thinner and a higher quality. So it's going to be less likely to fray, and they've added a smaller cleat so that it won't jam. So then it's a much easier to hook in, get it cleated, and then unhook and get it out. For the CPR system, they've added a really nice safety release. This has been completely redesigned, and it works great. Works under any load, light or heavy load, and completely allows you to get rid of the kite and use your flagging safety system. you were to activate this, you pull and it pops out under tension, releasing your chicken loop. When you reassemble, works really easily. Snap in, clicks once to put the loop back onto the bar. This system slides down, clicks twice, you're back in business. For the actual chicken loop, they've made it so you can adjust it. If you want to have a smaller chicken loop, you can take these screws out, cut off whatever part you don't want, and slide it in. For women or kids, this makes a really big difference. Above the bar, we've got a sliding stopper. We've got a pulley above the bar to make the power, depower really efficient. This small piece has been added here so that you can use this through bar safety system. On the outside lines, you've got 3 adjustment points if your lines stretch. Makes it really easy to adjust your bar. At the other end of the lines, you've got some large pigtails that make attaching the kite really easily and make sure that those pigtails won't wear out on you. 2010 Havoc bar, 100% redesigned, really nice features. This is going to be our top selling bar here this year because it's clean, simple, has the things that are going to wear out are easily replaceable, and it can work for any rider of any ability level. Through bar safety system is a great addition. The CPR safety release for anyone safety conscious. Those 2 features themselves make this the safest bar on the market. For advanced riders, you're going to really enjoy how this bar works. Feels comfortable. The new EVA grip is really plush. Anyone that rides this bar is going to be impressed from the first time they put it in their hands. So who's the 2010 Havoc for? The Liquid Force Havoc has been a really good kite for a broad variety of people for a couple of years. This year still remains the same, and I'd say even more so. What's becoming more and more important to kiteboarders is kite stability. The 2010 is an extremely stable kite. Beginner or advanced rider also wants water relaunchability. You crash your kite in the waves, you need that thing to come out fast. You crash your kite as a beginner in your deep water, you also want to have a kite that's easy to relaunch. I had no problem relaunching this kite in the waves, in light wind, in heavy wind. Tried in a bunch of different conditions, and it works perfect every time. I'd give it a really high rating on stability and water relaunch. Besides for that, there's some features that a lot of people are going to like that consistent pull through the wind window. Adding to that feature is the full wingtip, so it has some wingtip so you get pull through the turns. Makes a really big difference in kiteboarding. Jumping, unhooked, wake style. As you get into the more advanced stuff, you're going to really enjoy how this kite performs. I want to do a quick intro for Jason Slezak. He's been essential in the design and, I should say, redesign of the Havoc because he's been riding these kites for the past 3 years, probably longer since he rides kites in many stages of prototyping, but knows about all these features because he's been riding this kite for a while and he knows all the features in and out. He can tell you more about how the kite's going to ride, how the bar's going to work, and what his experience has been using this kite. Go on, Jason.
One of my favorite features for the 2010 Havoc, and one of the kind of biggest pluses I found to it, was the removal of the center strut. Matt touched on it a little bit, but everybody has found that the kite flies what they call faster. And essentially, without the center strut, it allows the kite to move quicker through the wind window and through the air. So it's not that it turns faster than years past, but it moves faster through the wind window. So for beginners and advanced riders, it helps by giving you more low end out of the kite and also more high end because you're able to get it out of the wind window quicker than you could with older Havocs. One of the other big performance features is the redesign of the bar. Matt touched a bit on all the safety features. One of the key things for advanced riders is that all of the added safety features don't get in the way of the high performance of the bar. The flagging line is easily removable for those who choose to use the 80% depower safety system on the depower line. And the redesign of the centerpiece of the bar has stopped the bar from sticking at the stopper ball. So in years past, when you let go of the bar, at times it would stick at the top and it'd be hard to get down. With the redesign of the center piece through the bar and the smaller diameter chicken loop line, it is almost non-existent. So letting go of your kite over and over again on trying new tricks, trying new maneuvers, and having your bar go all the way up on the depower safety system, it doesn't stick, making relaunch easier, quicker, and it just gets you back up and riding sooner. So with the total redesign of the 2010 Liquid Force Havoc kite and the 2010 CPR control system, proves that we have the best Havoc available yet. For all ability levels, from beginners to advanced pros, you can can get one kite that does everything, from wave riding to flat water freestyle to just cruising around as a casual rider. The 2010 Havoc does it all. Hope you enjoy the tech video, and I hope you get to try one out on the water.